Okay, Amanda, take it away.
Perfect. Thank you, Deborah. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Amanda. I am your member relations director with Ensemble. We're going to go through some kind of fun stuff tonight, some fun things that'll help you save some time, fun things that Ensemble's offering. A couple of your advisors came out to see us. So, thank you and hello to everybody who was in Florida. We have a couple really fun events coming up, so I'm going to go over those. Yeah, first thing I'm going to do is screen share. Deborah, just let me know when you can see my screen, please.
Yes, I can see your screen. And Joanny specifically says, Hi, Amanda, in the chat.
Hello. Okay, so I ignore all these millions of tabs that are open at the top. The first thing you want to do is real quickly. I know we did a deep dive into hotels, but it was a while ago now, so I'm just going to show you where to find that again and look at the amenities for a couple of reasons. First reason being is we're going to do a deep dive into some of these cruise offerings. One of the things that comes with that is our hotel cruise program. So you need to know what some of those hotel amenities are. So we have some cheat sheets for some discounts. And all of our amenity hotels can be found here and in range stays. And then if you scroll down, you're going to see that all of our amenities that are included with our specific in ADX, I'll show you the little mark. It looks like a green like script A. Complimentary breakfast, room category upgrades, hotel credit, early check-in and late checkout, and special amenities tailored to enhance your stay. So that could be anything from a welcome note from management, maybe fruit or something similar to that. I can tell you in Fort Lauderdale, we stayed at a hotel cruise amenity hotel, and it was colored popcorn and sparkling water that we got along with a note from management, which was really great. Um, so our hotel cruise program can be found under hotels, also under cruise over here on this left-hand side. And it's going to have this symbol in ADX, which I'm going to actually walk you through. And so the main thing on here, I'm sorry, the first thing on here is Fort Lauderdale, Sonesta Fort Lauderdale. And they work with Royal Caribbean. We just did this one. It was amazing. We did an exclusive cocktail reception after our exclusive ship tour. So our relationship with Royal Caribbean and some of the other cruise lines are so good that we're able to block exclusive time to go in and see these ships, meet with our national account directors. These aren't local BDMs, these are national account directors that we meet with. And they're able to show us through the entire ship in most of the suites and things that some of the other ship tours don't get to see. And then our hotel partner, because we work so closely with them and have such a great relationship, they were able to host us for an ensemble exclusive cocktail reception, which is really great. They do it in their event space. They show us some of the other rooms if they're able to, if they're empty. Um, and then, we were able to hang out with some of the advisors afterwards. So it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of these coming up. So these can be found under, again, I was in hotel and then the hotel cruise program. So this is the one we just did. The next one coming up is in Seattle. And then we have one coming up in Miami, which is going to be September 6th. So I just sent out that email last week. But if you didn't get the email or you can't find it, the registration link for Royal Caribbean is here. And then the hotel registration link can be found here. So you're getting 20% off the advertised rate, but you must attend the tour with us. There's only 15 spots available for this. And I will say if you want to, maybe you live close and you don't want to be at the hotel, but you want to come out for the cocktail reception, can absolutely do that. Sign up for the tour, shoot me an email and let me know that you're going to come by for the reception so we have a good count for that. And it'll be great to see everybody there. So our hotel cruise program, the when you scroll down, you can see some of the hotels and where the ports are. This is exclusive to Ensemble. There's no other consortia, travel agency, anything that is doing anything like this program. It's really great because it pairs all of our hotel amenities, um, and with an added bonus of a private transfer for your client from the hotel to the cruise port. Why is that important? Because most clients don't want to be on the bus with, 75 other people that are going to a cruise, and they don't want to be at the same hotel as all 75 of those people that are getting ready to leave for the cruise. So you have a lot of flexibility. There's multiple hotels for each port. And then you're also going to see on here, some of them might say it's an Uber credit. Some of them are going to tell you that it's a house car. So that's specified on this page for you. If you have an older couple, maybe they don't use Uber, they don't know how to. The front desk at the hotel will actually take care of everything for your clients. It's a great added perk along with those amenities. They're not paying anything extra. This is all included. So, if they went and booked this hotel themselves, they're paying the same rate without any of those amenities and without a free ride to the port. Um, it's a really great added bonus. It makes you look like a superstar to your clients. You're going to end up getting them as repeats because they can't match what you're able to do. This is a really, really great value, not only to your clients, but also to you. Okay. Then, oh, I will also mention it's not on here yet. This Cape Canaveral coming soon. This is going to be in November. We don't have the exact date yet, but we do know it's November, so watch for that. Um, and this one here in Quebec City, this is actually going to be for owner managers that are attending our owner manager only event, which is Summit in Quebec City. So that is why this one is listed. So even though the registration link is here, if you are not an owner manager, you're not going to get preference, meaning there are only 40 spots available. If we have 40 owners and managers that say they want to do this and they're headed to Summit, they will get priority. If there are spots left, it will then go to advisors, since obviously you're not attending Summit. So just wanted to make sure that was kind of clear because they didn't write that on here. I don't want anybody going and booking plane tickets before hearing if they're actually accepted, for that specific one. All the rest are open to everybody. Also, I want to note that the Royal Caribbean one coming up in September is not the same ship as we just saw in July, and the one in November will also be a different ship. One of them is Icon, and one of them is Utopia. It's Monday and it's after hours, so I can't tell you which one is which. I'm sorry, but I do know one is Icon and one is Utopia. Okay. Now the main thing I really want to show you guys is in ADX and then the cruise button. So you still can't book cruise directly in ADX. But if you haven't been in here to use the cruise search tool, you are missing out and wasting so much time. This is really great for when you have those clients that come to you and say, I want to go to Alaska. I don't really care when. Here's what my budget is. And they don't give you any other details. And we all have clients like that. And then there you are going through every cruise portal trying to figure out what the best option is. Cool thing is, you don't have to do that. You can hit only selling with promotions. It's going to show you our amenity cruise and headquarter group only. You don't have to pick a sailing date. You can then go to budget and say, well, we'll go with 10,000. You can just leave it like this and it's showing you how many itineraries are coming up, right? Now we can narrow it down. Maybe we're only going 4 to 7 nights. Maybe we'll lower our budget a little bit. And there we go, 500. That's plenty enough to go through. I apologize, I'm getting over being sick. I might need a water break. Okay. While we're waiting for this to load, come on. Okay, while we're waiting for this, I can tell you another invitation you should have seen from me last week is for Virgin Voyages in New York City on September 4th. It's a really unique ship tour because it starts at 9 o'clock in the morning and it goes all the way until 10:30 p.m. You're able to have brunch and dinner on board. You're able to explore the entire ship. You're seeing dinner shows. It's basically as if you're sailing with Virgin, except you go home for bed. Um, it's a really great opportunity. It's free to register for that. If you need the registration link, please reach out to me, or Deborah or Sam directly, and you can get registered. And then if you have registered or you're about to, please email me and let me know that you're coming. I do not have a list from Virgin Voyages showing who has registered from Ensemble, so I'm relying on everybody to send me an email, let me know. And then as it gets closer, I will send out an email letting you know kind of a meetup space for everybody that's in Ensemble. We'll do a couple of group pictures, we'll do some fun introductions, a couple other fun things, and then you can be on your way to tour the rest of the ship as you please, or hang out with other Ensemble advisors if that's what you would like to do. Okay, now that this came back up, now it's going to show you all. Now I didn't pick a destination, so keep that in mind. I just went by budget and I wanted to make sure there was some type of amenity included. So whenever there's an amenity, you're going to see that in green, the little EN for Ensemble. This one's a shipboard credit of $150 per person. This is not per room. And so you're able to go through and see. So now we can sort even more. We want ocean view only. I'm sorry that it's taking so long. Here we go. So now we see some of these Royal Caribbean ones that are coming up. Um, and then you can go through and see. Now, again, you can go by sailing date. We could narrow it down by destinations. There's still 446 of them to go through. For the most part, you're going to see that Royal Caribbean in this price range generally is going with these 4 nights is generally going to be $50 per stateroom, but sometimes that does go up. So it just depends on which sailing it is. But again, now you went from Royal, now you're into Norwegian Cruise Line. So just wanted to show you, it really does show you everything in one spot. So it'll be great when you can also book it in here. Hopefully that is coming sooner rather than later. We don't have a timeline on that yet, just that it's in the works. But it's really great just to be able to sit and compare and say, it was similar pricing for 4 nights on Royal Caribbean and Norwegian, but this one's Celebrity and it's 5 nights and they're still getting $50 credit. This one is per stateroom instead of per person, so make sure you're paying attention to that. Um, but again, these are added bonuses for your clients, right? Something else to make you look like a superstar. These sailings, this credit is something that's exclusive to Ensemble. So they can go and book it themselves, sure, but they're not going to get the same perks. Now, the other one I was looking for, which of course is not going to just show up for me, well, we'll see, is if it's a hosted cruise, it will also show you that there is an Ensemble cocktail party and shore excursion, which I thought I went further enough that I could find it, but maybe not. So it'll show up in that green box, and our hosted cruises, that means that somebody on board is there representing Ensemble. They do an Ensemble cocktail reception on board just for Ensemble member clients. And then yep, they're still not coming up. And then they get the option to either do a shore excursion for free, complimentary, or to do a credit. If they pick the credit, it's generally about $150 to $200 depending on the sailing. All the information for that can be found on the cruise tab here, partner programs and cruise, and that's going to be found under hosted cruises. There are a couple that are about to happen. These are the next ones coming up. And it's always showing you who is on board. Jeffrey Bateman, for example, he's going to be on Explora. He works with Crown Cruise Vacations. Um, uh, Leanne, she is the owner of Carson Travel. So even though their names are on here, they are acting and going on behalf as an extension of Ensemble. They've gone through the hosted cruise certification with Ensemble. We have very strict rules in place. They are not allowed to have business cards with them. They're not allowed to talk about where they work, which agency. Even if they're an owner, they're not allowed to say anything. They are there as Ensemble only. So they will interact with your clients, but the clients don't know that they're a travel agent. They just know they're part of Ensemble. So you don't ever have to worry about, oh my gosh, my clients are going to be poached because they're going with another advisor. It is not like that. And Ensemble is very, very strict with this program. They have to go through a 2.5 hour live training to even become certified. They have to sign off on a lot of agreements, and most of those involve, what that relationship with a client looks like. So don't ever be afraid to send your clients on that. And these are really great if somebody's, doing some type of celebration, maybe it's an anniversary or birthday. This is really great to be like, look, you're going to this exclusive cocktail party, you're getting this extra credit, or you're getting an excursion for free, and they're themed, right? So Jeffrey's doing the LGBTQ plus sailing, Carl's doing a photography, Leanne's doing wine. So there's a lot of really great themes that are in the works to come as well. And if you would like to be a host, you can scroll down and do this interested in becoming a host. You can apply. The next training is going to be September 30th. Again, these are 2 hour long. They're live. You must be present for them. Um, I'm ready to sign off on the agreements. But if you have a theme in mind or you want to be a host or both, please send me an email. I'm more than happy to help you get started with all of that process. So yes, ADX will show you all of those too. I'm sorry that I couldn't just get one to pull up right now, but I promise you that they are in there. And then, like I said, what's coming is you will actually be able to book that in ADX. Now, right now, you can quote it, you can get all the full details for it. You can send this to a quote to your client, but the disclaimer in that is this is not being pulled live from the site. So before you send a beautiful itinerary or quote to your clients from ADX, log on to Norwegian and make sure that this room category is still available and that the pricing is accurate. So again, you can see all the details up here, and this is everything that your clients get if you send it to them in a quote. And they'll be able to see the exclusive offers as well. You'll also be able to read everything about it down here. At time of booking, you must use this code. So it's giving you all the information you need all in one place, so you're not back and forth between portals. Does anybody have any questions? I know I went through that like really quickly, so I apologize. But I wanted to make sure you guys had time for questions at the end. And you don't have to use the chat. Feel free to unmute yourself and we can just have a conversation.
Yes, so Daniel put in the chat, how do we book in order to get those ensemble perks?
Yeah, so you can book directly. Let me go back to sharing my screen. You're going to book them directly through the portal, the cruise line portal. So this one, for example, is Norwegian Cruise Line. You're going to book this through Norwegian's agent website, but you're going to make sure that you use this booking code for this specific departure. It's always going to be under this promotions tab. That's where you're going to find if you need a booking code. There are some that you don't. They know you're part of Ensemble and the credit is automatically applied. But there are also times where you're going to find that you do need to have a code. So always make sure you read that under the promotions. Don't ever just assume.
Okay, and my question would be, if you already booked and see that your cruise is on that list, is it possible to add that code to the booking, or does it have to be done at time of booking?
Yeah, so it should be done at time of booking. That's the easiest way. But I mean, mistakes happen and sometimes you forget, right? So if you come across one and you notice that happen, reach out to the cruise line directly. If they're not able to apply that code or you have difficulty, you run into some type of problem when you reach out, send me an email so I can get you in touch with the cruise team, or you can go directly on the Ensemble cruise where I was, that main page. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, it says have questions, contact us today. And it will go straight to the Ensemble cruise desk. And you can also ask them for assistance. The easiest way, honestly, is just email me and I can forward it through and loop them in.
Okay, Eileen wants to know, thank you for that information. Eileen wants to know, does it just show ocean cruises or do you also show river
It
cruises?
also shows river cruises.
Wonderful. Your other fan, Daniel, is on. All your fans are here.
I love it.
Hi, Amanda.
Hello. So we can have an Amanda fan club picture on Virgin or the next ship tour too, right?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Does anybody have any other questions? Really, you guys are quiet tonight.
Yeah. I also put in the chat that any of the other agents that were on the Royal Caribbean Ensemble um, get together and ship tour. If you guys want to tell your experience, you can feel free to unmute and tell us about how that was. Amanda did show us quite a few events that are coming up. And I know some, especially some newer agents, are hesitant, because I don't know anyone or I won't know anyone or, something like that. So if any of the agents that were in the Florida meetup, if you guys want to unmute and just tell your experience, what you liked, or how you felt going, knowing that you didn't know anybody there, you can do that.
Okay, I'll go first. It was a wonderful time. Um, Everything was very well organized. We got to the port that was crazy on that day, but once we were in there, it was just very smooth. We actually got to see the cabins, and not only that, but we got to see the Royal Suite, which is one per cruise, one per ship, and that thing was, I mean, mind blowing. They have a baby grand piano in the living room and everything. That's how big it is. Jacuzzi for like 6 people in the balcony. So it was amazing. The hotel was very nice. The tour was nice, and the people were nice. So, we had a great time. We connected, and I bombarded them with questions, but I learned a lot from it. So if anybody is hesitant about joining the next one, you really should. It's really like a little like a education, and you get a lot of your questions answered. So go for it.
Thank you for that, Daniel. That's awesome. Two things I want to add to that. So the room was so nice. I could open up the curtains and look at the ocean. I actually got up early, opened up my curtains, sat on the bed, and watched the sunrise. I mean, it was amazing. It's a great way for your clients to kick off vacation. So something to keep in mind for sure if they're headed out of Fort Lauderdale. And about not knowing anyone, look, it's kind of the same for our team as well, right? Like I talk to a lot of people virtually, and most of the time I don't even get to see your faces, as you can see on this call. Um, but it's really great to connect in person. We try to make everybody feel welcome. It's a really great opportunity for you to also meet with somebody from the hotel team and somebody from the cruise team, along with our suppliers. Like you're able to connect with Royal Caribbean when we're there. The hotel general manager was at the cocktail reception with us. So you're able to make real connections for your clients, as well as connections with Ensemble and other advisors that are part of Ensemble, that may be in your area, depending on what ship tour you're on. Or maybe they came in just for this, but you'll see them again at Horizons when we all go to Vegas for conference. So it's just really nice to kind of have some connections and know that you're all on the same team.
Yeah, this is Carol. I'll go next. So for me, it was great because I got to meet some Just Adventures agents. So I got to meet Nadine, Danielle, and Joni. Did I miss anybody else? I think because it was 4 of us. And of course, I got to meet the ensemble team, which was just awesome. It was great. The ship, awesome ship. We really did a beautiful tour of the ship. I took tons of pictures on the rooms because those rooms are the rooms are beautiful, very nice rooms. And at least you gotta feel like if you're never on a cruise ship before, and if you have a client who has never been on one before, you're able to actually tell them about it. That was what I thought what that was great about it. Daniel, where are our group pictures?
Oh, yes, I have them. I'm terrible. I'm the one that takes pictures, and a year later is when you see them. So, but
I
I'll
did
see.
send Deborah all the ones that I had.
Yes. And I will be posting those in our Just Adventures Facebook page. The ones that Amanda sent me from your little get together. So those will be coming.
Yeah, so it was, I mean, it was good. So if you have an opportunity to go to any of these, I would suggest that you go, and you never know who you will meet.
That's right. I love it. And I love that you said that you get to experience the room, even if you've never been on a cruise yourself. You get to experience the room. You can take pictures, you can take videos, just as long as, there's no guests in the pictures or anything. But you get to see the actual room. So if somebody has a question, if you're trying to book and they're trying to decide between one room or the other, at least now you have firsthand experience. Oh, family of four, I think this room would be better for you because it's bigger, you have more personal space, and stuff like that. So yes, I agree with Carol. If you have the opportunity, and you live close to one of these, ship tours or one of these amazing events, definitely go, even if nobody else is going, because you meet so many like-minded individuals. You're all in the same, business, and you're not in competition because your clientele isn't going to be the same as, the clientele of somebody else that you meet. But it's nice to meet like-minded individuals and kind of, talk industry and maybe get some ideas of things that other agents are doing.
Yeah, I could not agree more. And, same thing for the hotel. Even if you're not staying at the hotel, come to the reception, do the site inspection because it's the same thing, right? You have clients that need to be there the day before because who knows with the crazy flights. I mean, I just got stuck in Toronto because my flight was canceled just before going to Florida. So you never know what can happen, and you always want your client to be there the day before at least. So do the site inspections for the hotel so that you have an idea and you feel comfortable sending your clients there. And able to say, here's what I did. I sat on my bed and I watched the sunrise, and how amazing that is with palm trees over the ocean, right? So just little things like that where your clients go, oh, they really know what they're talking about because they did this themselves. That goes a long way. Um, so yeah, I highly suggest everyone come out, even if they're not close to you. If you're like, you have a couple of vacation days floating around and you want to fly out to do something for yourself in your travel business, I encourage it. We had people come from Vegas. We've had people come from California. So, it's just a matter of which ship you would like to see. So we have that one coming up in September. We have one that will be coming up in October, and one in November. So stay tuned for the rest of those dates to come out, but they will all be different ships. And the one in October, the teaser I can get for that is it is not Royal Caribbean. It is a luxury brand, and it will be in Miami.
And I'm sure your fan club will be there.
I hope so.
Joanne said that hotel partner is amazing for making sure they get to the port, which is another very good, point, that you had mentioned before, making sure that your clients get to the port. Because, like you
Absolutely.
said, a lot of people, I know older people don't like to use Uber or don't know how to use Uber. And not for nothing, there are some taxis that just drive around to try to pick people up. And then, if you're not an avid traveler, you don't remember to ask the fare before they get into the cab. And when he drops you off at the port, it could be hundreds of dollars. Because
Absolutely.
unfortunately, there are people that take advantage of that type of situation. So having that hotel partner, to help you and help your guests get to the port safely, with, reliable transportation is also very important.
Yes. And then the other thing I was going to say, Daniel and I actually had this conversation because I try to take a lot of pictures wherever I'm going, of rooms, of the ships, of whatever events I'm attending, because I love to share them with all of you guys. So if you aren't, you could absolutely find me on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I try to put all those pictures in my stories. For example, the rooms, feel free to take my pictures and use them for your itineraries. Use them to, show your clients where they could be staying. I absolutely encourage that. And if I get you in any pictures, obviously you will be showcased there as well. So anytime looking for pictures or videos, feel free to come and steal all of mine. I am more than happy to share. Oh, Carol said she also took a ton of pictures. That is amazing. I love that. Maybe when Deborah does the posts in your Facebook group, maybe everybody can kind of share what they have.
Sure, that would be wonderful. Oh, Giovanni's trying to get in again. Hold on one second. Yeah, and don't be like Daniel and send them a year later. Sorry, Daniel, I had to. Anybody else have any other questions or anything that you, not even just about this, but about anything, ensemble, that you want to ask Amanda?
I have a question, an ensemble non-cruise question. So, like when I see that you have, let's say, like a new partner, I think one recent one was like G Adventures.
Yeah,
How do we take advantage of that if that's, something it's part of ensemble, but like as just adventures, we're not um like signed up with them. Like
yeah.
you might
So
have gone over this and you've always
no,
given
that's
a
fine.
lot of great information, and there's only so much I can hold in my
Yeah,
brain.
no, that's fine. So we can pull up G Adventures specifically so I can show you. So I just went to partners over on the side and then I searched for G Adventures. So when you go into G Adventures, it's going to give you all of the information for where you need to be for their agent site. It'll tell you all about them, how it works for their commission. It goes through who you need to reach out to. They
Okay.
have selling points and things you can use for social media. So all of the partners know that Dress Adventures is part of Ensemble. So anything that's Ensemble exclusive, higher commissions because of Ensemble, they already have that information on file. So you don't need to worry about any of that. You just need to be able to create your own login. Now, with that said, it might end up being a little bit more paperwork for Deborah or Sam to do if they've never received commission for them, but that's something that G Adventures will reach out to them directly to make sure they have all that information. But you, as the advisor, you just need to set up your own account, and they already know you're part of Ensemble as soon as you put in Just Adventures.
Oh, okay. So, okay, gotcha. Okay. I was like,
Hopefully that makes
what if
sense.
Yeah, no, that's completely, correct. If there is a partner on Ensemble that you find that is not on our preferred supplier list, shoot us an email and just ask. Sometimes we are signed up with them, but they're just not on our preferred list. But we could always get you signed up. If it is a company that we are not signed up with, there is a process that we have to go through, as far as on the back end. So it could take a few business days to get us, situated with them, but we can definitely do that.
Um,
okay, great. Thank you.
and speaking of new partners, so we just announced today to everybody that Riverside Luxury Cruises joined the Ensemble portfolio. So that was in my newsletter that went out this morning. They have enhanced commission of 21% for all 2025 bookings. They have exclusive client amenities. So there's a lot of really great things to check out. They are now in the member portal, so you can go there to find out more information. And then the very last thing that has nothing to do with cruise or hotel is Uncharted, our free virtual event, is going to happen in August. Registration for that is now open. And I will tell you, let me look at my list here. We had 11 advisors from Just Adventures sign up for Uncharted in the winter. And so far, we have 4 for the summer. So some of you are slacking. I expect to see that registration up tomorrow, please. It's a really great opportunity. If you, in all seriousness, if you don't know what it is, it works the same as our live in-person events. You get that one-on-one networking with suppliers. It's a really great opportunity for you to connect or to learn about suppliers that you've never worked with before and hear what their opportunities are. We also do some digital booths and some workshopping. So they're kind of like little drop-in 10-minute classes. We give away prizes. We have a lot of fun. So if you haven't done it before, or even if you have, if you did the one in the winter, this one will be different. It'll be fantastic and it is free. So yeah, hopefully I will see you all on there. And it's also on the homepage to the portal. It's the very first big square. It says Uncharted Renew Connections, August 20th. Register here.
Perfect. Would you mind just sharing your screen to show them where they could see that on the home screen?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, so it is right here, this first big square. You're just going to click on register here.
Oh, perfect.
And it'll take you through. It'll show you 11 to 5. You do not have to be on here the whole time at all. Even if you can only make it for part of it, that's perfectly okay. It'll go through how to do your appointments, what the partner booths look like, the video showcases. It goes through a couple. Oh, it's only showing our headliner. I thought it was going to show you the rest of them. So yeah, it goes to all the information. So it's right there. Oops, that first big square on the homepage.
Wonderful. And this is like an in-person event, but it's virtual. So you
Yeah.
can still have those one-on-one meetings with the suppliers. You can still make those relationships with the suppliers, just not in person, especially if there aren't any that are in your area. So this is a wonderful opportunity, again, to get in front of the suppliers and make those connections. And like Amanda said, you don't have to be there all day. And you get to choose your time spots and stuff like that. So definitely take advantage of that. If you can't get to something in person, because it is just like an in-person event. And I believe, Amanda, correct me if I'm wrong, that they do have some specials or things that they release during Uncharted that you can take advantage of if you are attending.
Yes. So for our winter Uncharted, we did an expo for the entire month of February where it was promos. We're not doing the expo this time, but for the one day only, the people that attend, they'll be offered different promotions. Some are for the agents, some are for the clients, some are for both. So you just have to kind of wait and see how it goes. But there's always something special that is offered. So it's going to be just for August 20th.
Gotcha. But again, it is a very good opportunity to get you in touch with those suppliers and get you the one-on-one meetings with them, so that you can speak to them about, their company and stuff.
Absolutely.
Does anybody else have any questions or anything that they want to share? Okay, I will let you guys know on September 4th. I know there was a discussion in the Facebook group about the Virgin Voyages ensemble event. Sam and I will be there. I just spoke to Sam today. She was sorry she couldn't make the meeting. But I just spoke to her today, and we are going to be there all day for brunch and for dinner. And of course, if we do have, some Just Adventures agents that are also going to be there, we're going to plan a meetup to meet with you guys And then I know Amanda might plan something herself. So again, it's going to be a great opportunity to meet fellow agents in person, meet Amanda, and have a great time because she's lots of fun. Um, and just meet everyone and get some ideas and of course meet the ensemble team and see the ship itself. Again, like Carol was saying, it's a wonderful opportunity um, to see things firsthand and take it back to your clients.
And really, with Virgin, it's such a unique opportunity because you're on there all day long. So, I mean, we did the ship tour and we got to have lunch on board, but it's a whole different ballgame when it's just travel industry advisors that's on board with you. So you're with so many like-minded people, and then you're able to experience everything that somebody sailing would experience. So you really have that firsthand experience for your clients that you wouldn't have any other time. You can be part of the dinner show or, where you decide to go to brunch or whatever that looks like. Everything will be open. All the bars, all the restaurants are open. You're just pretending like you're a guest, basically. So it's a really, really unique opportunity.
Yes, and I cannot wait for that because I've never been on a Virgin Voyages
Me
ship.
either, because I have kids. So I'm so looking
Right.
forward to this.
Exactly. So I am very excited about that because I see all my friends partying without me. So yes, I'm excited to see a Virgin Voyages ship in person. And hopefully some of you guys can make it there and meet us for that wonderful opportunity.
Yeah. And again, if you are going, as soon as you register, please just shoot me an email or send it to Deborah or Sam and they can pass it along to me just so I can keep track of who is going and email addresses so that I can send out my message about where all of the ensemble advisors will meet up.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Very good. Anybody have any last minute questions or anything for the group or for Amanda?
I just want to say thank you, Amanda. And
Oh,
I'm gonna take advantage of that cruise part of the ensemble. I think that's a game changer. It's gonna make my life so much easier.
I'm so glad to hear that. I think so too. I'm like, where was this when I was training my advisors, when I had my agency? This would have saved so much time. We all get those clients going, yeah, I don't know where I want to go.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll go here, maybe 4 days. Here's my budget. You figure it out. And
yeah,
nobody has time for that. So this
right,
really helps with those kind of
right.
clients.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Amanda. We surely appreciate you coming on here and letting us know all these wonderful things that we can offer our clients. So thank you so much. If anybody has any questions for Amanda or myself, Amanda's contact information is on the website, on the agent only website, and you can email her directly or email myself. Um, yeah, and that's it. If nobody else has any other questions, last call.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for having me and for spending part of your night to listen to what I have to say. I appreciate it, and I hope to see all of you at one of these ship tours soon.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone. And Amanda, again, thank you so much. We'll be chatting soon.
Sounds great. Thanks, Deborah. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.